welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Current Events and Constitutional Commentary channel. Now, if you don't know, this is a commentary channel, and what I do is I talk over the video. Well, I hit pause and then I talk, and then I hit pause again and then I talk. So please don't comment that I'm talking, because I'm telling you that I'm going to talk right now. But if you're a regular viewer, you know how it is. Let's go ahead and get it on. All right, well, here we go. Just want to go over this video because you know what I do. I educate people on the constitutional right. A lot of people think they know the rights, but a lot don't. But I get it. Not everybody's a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm here just to help out. So don't get mad at me. I'm trying to save you. And this person will listen to me. It would have saved him some things too. You'll see. But anyway, this is basically, I guess somebody got pulled over for speeding, and they didn't really believe that, people in aircraft can, monitor your speed or tell that you're speeding. Yeah, they can. So let's just get into it, and I'll just kind of comment along the way. Because think about it, if you know your rights, you got to make sure you know them. Because if you don't know them, it can screw you up in the end. Okay?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? What's going on? How may I help you?
Hey,
Who are you? What's your name?
my name's
Who you work for?
Nice to meet you, man. Hey, I'm just in contact with you because I guess the helicopter had you drive at excessive speeds. Do you have a driver's license on you?
So, just real quick, helicopter observing you while you're driving, that's legal. Cops can observe you from car, boat, or airplane. It's legal.
11 Adam, I'll be with that vehicle. That'd be a easy model Clarksville. David Paul 09900.
How's your day going so far?
Am I detained? Am I free to go, sir?
No, you're not free to go.
So I'm detained. What am I detained for, sir?
For your speed.
For my speed. How fast was I going, sir?
I can ask the helicopter.
How fast was I going, sir? All right, y'all. Look, I'm detained. I'm detained for supposedly speeding from a helicopter, y'all. From a helicopter, not a police cruiser.
I might just send you another too.
So, he's trying to make the distinction between a police car and a police helicopter. They're both police.
How you doing?
So what crime you suspect me of committing, sir?
It's just speed, man. I already explained it to you. It's no big deal.
So you suspect me of speeding. Okay, how fast was I going once again, sir? You still ain't told me. I already asked you. I could have sworn it was a couple.
Okay, so like the cop said, he already told him. He asked him what he's detained for. He said yes, detained for speeding. So once again, the guy think he had some type of legal case, so he said, "How fast was I going?" Now, I don't know if some of y'all are new to driving or new to police, but some people, apparently like this gentleman. Well, a couple things real quick. For one, he doesn't really have to tell you how fast you're going. You'll find out by the time you get the ticket. But anyway, some people think that if you get pulled over for speeding, cops can only do it if they got a radar gun. Okay? A lot of people think this. A lot of people are wrong. All those people didn't tune into my YouTube channel because I would have been let them know. Okay, there are things called speed unreasonable. Like a cop can let's say I don't know, you're going like 60 miles an hour down a residential area. He doesn't have a radar gun. So what you're saying is because he don't have a radar gun, but he can visually see that you're going very fast, probably like 20 miles an hour in a residential area. You're saying that you can't get caught for speeding? Is that what you believe? Just go sit in a traffic court one day. You will see people get convicted for speeding just by what the cop visually sees. Okay, look it up. Ask an officer I'm correct. They don't always have to have a radar. They don't always have to have your exact speed. They can just say you were visually going fast and a judge will believe them and you will get the ticket. This is fact. Like I said, don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger trying to educate y'all, like this person here who thinks the cop has to tell them the speed and the cop has to have a radar. And I guess he's thinking that aircraft don't judge speed. So just take a look at these right here. Depending on where you're at, you'll see these signs out. Signs don't have to be up, but there's signs just like this that say speed check for radar. Yes, it really exists.
A second ago, at least
Hey,
a
look,
minute
man,
ago.
I'm not trying to write you a ticket.
How fast was I?
But
How fast was I
there's still a
going?
possibility of that, okay?
Okay, well, it's a possibility. It's
We need your
a possibility. You need to articulate the crime you suspect me of committing. You need to let me know.
can.
Okay, well, articulate it then, sir. Until then, I'm not going to answer any questions.
He already articulated. Now, and another thing people don't understand, I guess, like this person. Now, obviously, he said this officer didn't say he was speeding. Another officer said he was speeding. So now, are you telling me this officer has to be the one that saw you speeding? Have you ever seen stings where a police officer will cross the sidewalk, across the street in a crosswalk and people run it? Or have you ever just seen like one officer would just sit with a radar gun, right? And then maybe 10 other officers be right up the road and they just take turns pulling people over. Now, the cop that pulls you over was not the one that had the radar gun. They're just the one who got the message from the guy who had the radar gun. So you're trying to say just because they aren't the one who had the radar gun, your ticket won't be valid? Have you tried that in court? So this is the same situation. This cop is the one who actually saw him speeding. It was another cop in another cop vehicle, which is an aircraft, that said it was speeding. It's just as good. It's just as good. So, you know what I'm saying? So he's demanding speed from him. He doesn't really have to have the speed because the other officer is the one who will say, they can say either radar from the sky or they can say, I saw the car moving real fast, faster than normal speed. It'll work in court. You don't have to have an exact speed. You don't have to have a radar. You don't.
All right, I plead the fifth.
Okay, well, we need your driver's license to write you to...
I need you to articulate the crime you suspect me of committing. First off, sir, you need to articulate this. Can you articulate that for me?
And see, now, he already told him why you got to stop speeding. Now, a cop does have to articulate it. But when does he have to? He doesn't have to do it right now. He don't even have to do it on the stop. He only has to articulate it when it goes to court for the ticket to stick. That's when he has to articulate. He doesn't have to articulate it out there on the street. I don't know why people think this, but these are people who don't watch my channel. But they have to articulate it, but they don't have to tell you, and they don't have to articulate it right then. Because to tell you the truth, he can just write the ticket, and as long as he can articulate something by the time he gets to court, the ticket will stick. That's fact. That's the way it works.
Okay. If you can give me if you can articulate that crime. If not, I need to speak to a supervisor because none of y'all have stripes on y'all shirt. And what's your name?
So real quick, when he keeps saying articulate, the part articulation is on the aircraft. Whoever the police was in the aircraft, they really should be the ones to articulate it because they're the ones who say it was speeding. But he asked an officer who was pulling him over for it, which is legal. Like they do this in speed traps all the time. Like I just said, one guy has a radar and there's 10 other people down the road trying to get their credit for the month. They just radio in and say, hey, I got him speeding, and another cop pulls them over. Happens every day. So I don't know why he keep going down this articulation because cops do not have to articulate. They don't even have to really tell you why they pulled you over. I know you don't like it. But now one of you can come up with a law in the 50 states that says a cop has to tell you why you got pulled over. Now, there's some departmental policies in certain states that say that the cop has to tell you. Some states have come up with that. But hopefully y'all understand the difference between policy and law. There's no law saying this.
Hey, look, I'm not here to ruin your day, man. I just need your driver's license, okay, due to the speeding, all right? If you have your registration.
And something I see right here now, the cops are actually being pretty nice because they don't really, you don't have to cooperate with police, but police do not like when you don't cooperate. Okay? And what's going to happen here is, I can see it. This guy think he knows his rights. He doesn't. The guy think he's in the right. He's wrong. So you know what's going to happen? Like, the cops they're looking nice, but in their mind, they're like, oh, I'm going to get this guy. And since he's been a hassle and wrong, so there's two different things. If he was right, that'd be one thing. But when you're wrong and giving the cops a hassle, they don't like it. So what's going to happen? They're going to use their discretion whether to give you a ticket or not, and they're just going to give you a bunch of tickets. So, and apparently he's riding dirty or whatever. I'm not saying drugs, but I'm saying he has some violations. So you really want to be correct on the law if you're riding dirty, because when you're wrong, they're just going to write you a bunch of tickets. And what do you think is going to happen?
Insurance, we need that as well, right?
Articulate the crime you suspect me of committing, sir. Articulate that. You have not articulated that. How fast was I going, sir? Once again, you have not told me that. All right, you need to tell me.
With all due respect,
how
man,
fast was I
I've been
going?
doing this for 10 years. That's not how it works. I need your driver's license.
Okay, so you're gonna. So you're telling me that I was speeding, correct?
Yes.
How fast was I going?
We can answer that for you, but I need your information.
Let me speak to a sergeant. Let me get a sergeant on
That's not
here.
how this works. Okay?
I need to speak to a sergeant, sir.
That's not how this
Sir,
works.
I need to speak to a supervisor.
Now, supervising sergeant works in certain cases, but you got to check the department. It's not like that all across America. I don't know where it is here, but people think it's a get out of jail free card because you call for a supervisor or sergeant. But 9 times out of 10, when the supervisor comes, they're going to side with their officers anyway. Okay, so he thinks he's going to get a supervisor and they're going to see it his way. No. Right now, they're going to see it as the cops' way because actually the cops have broken no law. They stopped them for suspicion of speeding, which was given to him by another officer, so that's legal. He has to give them ID, insurance. You know, a lot of states now, you got to have even your insurance. They even added that to my state. So he needs to show registration, insurance, and whatever else they require. You know, sometimes it could be physical, sometimes it could be in your phone, whatever. But you got to show it. And he's not trying to show it, so there's a problem.
And what's your name?
So this is what we have.
I need to speak to a supervisor until someone can tell me, because the only thing I'm hearing is he say, because he's just telling me that supposedly a helicopter, I guess, tracked me speeding or something. Okay, so how fast was I going, sir? Did the helicopter tell you, or did they not articulate that to you?
We can put all that in the police report.
Did the helicopter articulate that to you?
All right, so he finally geared the articulation to the person who said he was speeding. But the thing is, the cop doesn't have to say any of this right now. He just write the ticket, and it's in the ticket, and it'll stick. I don't know why people think they could demand court on the side of the street. It's just not the way the law works, okay? Cops got a lot of leeway, unfortunately. And it might sound strange coming from me. You know, I'm not a cop lover, but I am a straight shooter, which means I simply tell it the way it is. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If this cop is wrong, I'm definitely going to let you know. If you're wrong, I'm going to have to let you know too. I'm just trying to help you out because this isn't going to end well when you think you know something and you're wrong, because then the cop's going to use his discretion to give you as many tickets as possible.
Now, I need to speak to your supervisor, sir.
The supervisor's going to tell you the same thing.
Can I speak to a supervisor, please? Thank you. If I can speak to a supervisor, I would greatly appreciate that. Until then, man.
All right, I'm going to fast forward a little bit because all he does is just keep saying the same thing. Articulate this. I want a supervisor, blah, 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 blah. Tell me how fast I'm going. That's not going to change. So we're going to go near the end. But trust me, you're not missing anything. So we're just going to see how this turns out. Just wait for him to write tag stuff.
Very, very high def, to say the least.
Do you have a proof of insurance for us?
I'll take it to court if I gotta go. I'll just take
You
it
don't
to
have
court.
proof of insurance?
I got it, but it's on my phone, so.
That's fine. You can show
Well,
me.
I'm recording,
That's,
so.
look, we're all recording. It's fine. You can
Yeah,
record
but
it.
if I stop, then, you know, it's
Okay.
people say,
Okay, so he wants to go to court for insurance, even though he has insurance. I don't know why he wouldn't just show it. Now, I record police every day. Now, I do not know what kind of phone he has. He might have a Nextel. I don't know. Chirp, chirp. But as an officer will also say, because a lot of people know how phones work, you could still keep the camera running. You know, it may be facing the ground because you're trying to show something, but it'll at least record the audio so it won't actually stop. I mean, I could do it on my phone. Like I said, I don't know what kind of phone he has. He probably has a low value iPhone, so I don't know. But it can be done. So I'm gonna have to guess that he doesn't have insurance. What I would do is I would keep the camera running, pointed at the ground, because you know you can't point the camera at the man and show him what's on your phone at the same time. You know, most of these modern phones are multitasking. You can have camera running, and you can do this and you can do that. Because I actually got something that's set up where you can record police and definitely multitask, because it's supposed to be like stealth. So like when it's recording on the front of my phone, you don't actually see the video. It's recording in the background. It's stealth. So that way, you know, cops don't know that you're recording if they see your phone, but it's still recording. Anyway, so he's willing to take a ticket for something that he has. He may have it, he may not. But my point is, and you're about to see, these cops gonna write him a bunch of tickets. Apparently, he didn't have insurance. I think there was something going on with his registration or something. So they're going to write him a bunch of tickets. You know why? One, he didn't cooperate, which I tell you, you don't have to cooperate with police. But when you don't cooperate, make sure you're not in the wrong and you're not breaking the law. Because if you are, they're gonna write you a bunch of tickets. Now, obviously, if you did nothing wrong, they can't write you tickets. Okay? So just pay attention to that.
oh, you edit the video. I don't,
Okay.
you know.
All right. You don't want to show us proof of insurance?
I got it. I'll just bring it to court.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Now, like I said, I'm not a lover of police, but I have to admit, they acted professional. They kept their composure. They didn't flip out. They didn't treat him like America's most wanted criminal. They just asked for license, registration, and proof of insurance. That's all they did. Let's see.
Y'all should be able to look it up, right? It should show up. It don't.
Your license,
It don't show up.
and your insurance on your person and your vehicle. Can you show me those three things?
Well, I have my insurance on my phone.
That's fine.
But
Show
I
it to
can't.
me.
I can't because I'm recording, so I can't.
We're
I'm not
also
ready.
recording.
You can keep the recording up if you usually
I
if
don't
you
think
slide
you
up,
can.
it'll open up a different window.
So the video stops there. So I have to guess, because he wasn't trying to show him not one thing, that he got a bunch of tickets. I'm pretty sure he did. But we don't know because he cut it right there. But my whole point is, he was wrong. He had like a cop can't stop him because another cop said he was speeding. He acted like he had to know how fast he was going. Like he's not familiar that cops can pull you over for speed unreasonable, or speed, you know, faster than you know, what can be done for the circumstances on the road, like if it's raining or something like that. I'm just speaking in general, just to say that the fact is that they do not need to know your exact miles per hour that you're going to get you some type of speeding ticket or a reckless ticket. It's not required. It can help, but it's not required. And then, you know, he's not showing his insurance and stuff. Looked like he didn't show his license or his registration. So whatever he did, he got tickets for. I can 98% guarantee you he got a whole bunch of tickets because he was loud and he was wrong. All right. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know what to do.